Baby, be in love with your fantasies. I can be a star, make us shine so bright. Welcome to my dungeon, this is ecstasy. Let me play the fantasy.
What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Asia.
And it's your boy, BJ. And we are back like we never left. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, pulling up for another video. Now, we're about to be checking out a new video. This is actually like new news that just came out a couple of days ago just regarding Trump and an FBI raid at Mar-a-Lago resort. And this is actually a clip from ABC World News that we're going to be checking out too.
Is it ABC or MSNBC?
This is ABC World News.
Okay.
And I'm just trying to get more information because the last time I remember there was like an issue like with Trump was when we were like watching like the probe that was going on regarding like the probe and all the other things that were going on like regarding I think like Russia.
Yeah.
You know, that's the only thing I kind of remember just in regards to like the FBI and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, this is something to do with him not turning in like official, government documents or something like that in regards to him leaving the White House. I guess stuff that they perhaps may have been asking for some time now. Okay. And they just said, you know what? I'm not going to ask anymore. I'm just going to come take it. I'll come pick it up. Don't you worry. That's what it sounds like happened. That's what happened.
Yeah, okay.
Shoot, so yeah, y'all.
Let's check this out then.
I don't know how this is about to go, but make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell, join the family. So this one is new details emerge after FBI raid of Trump's Mar-a-Lago home.
So it's that the actual details because I have no idea in regards to like what they're looking for. You just brought it up about FBI documents or documents from the White House. So
nothing is worse than being raided at your home when you're not there, when you aren't even there. He wasn't even there. That's what's messed up.
Yeah, and this is a resort, like a resort that he owns, I believe.
Yeah.
You know? Okay.
Yeah. And when the FBI go through stuff, they about to turn it upside down, okay? They can go in there quietly.
Yeah, they're going to get to the bottom of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
woo.
Hey, I don't know. Let's check it out.
This is not good. That's all I'm going to say. Like, regardless of what the outcome is, it's just not good. It doesn't look good, no matter what.
Yeah,
like,
anybody.
On him or on whoever sent them. That's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right. Well, here we go.
All right, let's check it out.
Unprecedented FBI search at the home of former President Trump at Mar-a-Lago in Florida. Tonight, ABC News has learned that the FBI told the Secret Service just 45 minutes before they arrived. And then the Secret Service telling Mar-a-Lago staff just moments before those agents arrived.
See?
Sources telling ABC News the search is related to allegations the former president improperly removed documents when he left the White House. They were brought to Mar-a-Lago, including classified material. And it wasn't the first time federal agents had been to Mar-a-Lago. Their first visit in the spring. We have learned tonight that it was a staff member at Mar-a-Lago who called Eric Trump, and Eric Trump who then called his father to tell him about the search. The former president was in New York, seen leaving Trump Tower last night, and tonight here the first words from the former president while calling into a political event, saying, "Another day in paradise. This is a strange day." Sources tell ABC News the Department of Justice had started a grand jury investigation in May about alleged mishandling of classified information. Tonight, heavily armed Secret Service agents stand guard at the gates of Mar-a-Lago, and this evening, former President Trump...
See, but my only question is that, and what I'm not completely clear on, is what particular it is that, like, particularly that he had possession of.
I'm trying to figure out, like, does it have anything to do with, like, January 6th? Does it have anything to do with, like, any of the other things that were going on before he left the White House?
I mean, I don't know, because this is something completely different than everything else that he's been, accused of and kind of brought to the light for and stuff. Yeah, this is something completely different. So I don't know. If you don't think for one second that whoever sent them didn't think that this would probably play into like the emotions of people thinking that it has something to do with January 6th, like I would think that they would have thought that through. Like, maybe we should wait a little bit longer. Let's like hold off a little. Like, I don't know. I don't hate.
And then even like I was saying about the issue with, the votes in regards to like Georgia, like does it have it like in regards to what they're looking for and talking about, like just obviously they're not going to completely tell exactly what the actual details as far as what they're looking for as far as classified documents, but that is very interesting in regards to, like you said, maybe that was a instance where they're actually like asking for it, and now it's just like, hey, we finna come and take it or look for it, or
Yeah, but I don't know what the right time is, but I don't know if this was the right time.
Gotcha.
To do that.
Yeah.
Issuing a new statement calling the search a horrible thing. Tonight, what we have now learned about how this unfolded, where they searched, and about pressure mounting on the Attorney General Merrick Garland and FBI Director Christopher Wray, appointed by former President Trump, to somehow explain this highly unprecedented raid. Dan Abrams is standing by on this, but we begin tonight with our chief Washington correspondent, Jonathan Karl, leading us off.
We're learning new details about the FBI's extraordinary raid on Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago property in Palm Beach. Law enforcement sources tell ABC News that 45 minutes before the FBI showed up, the local FBI field office in Miami gave the Secret Service team in Mar-a-Lago a heads up. The sources say the Secret Service agents did not notify anybody on the Mar-a-Lago staff until just as the FBI agents were arriving. When they did arrive, the FBI agents were escorted into the property by the Secret Service.
Why would they not tell them?
Oh, they never tell. They'll never tell you when they're finna pull up.
The Secret Service, though, he called the Secret Service at the property. They called the people at the property to tell them that we was coming, and they didn't even tell anybody that they was on their way.
No, they just. I feel like when you're doing a raid,
they work for the feds regardless, huh? At the end of the day, wow.
Yeah, they're not gonna say anything. Like when they do things like this, like that's like classified. Like they're not too many people gonna know when they get ready to pull up.
I know. Yeah, I would guess that. Yeah. But I just like you got this Secret Service at your property, and they ain't even like give you a heads up.
There's no way. There's no way anybody in the Secret Service would try to tip anybody off because they already on it. The FBI is already on it.
Man.
Sources close to Trump say the club's general manager then placed a call to Eric Trump, who alerted his father. Neither Trump nor any members of his family were there at the time. In his written statement, Trump said the agents, quote, even broke into my safe, which Trump sources say is located in his office at Mar-a-Lago. Sources say the FBI remained at the property for most of the day. Other than his written statement, Trump's only public comment was a muted one when he called in for a Sarah Palin campaign event.
Another day in paradise. This was a strange day. You probably all read about it.
ABC News has learned this wasn't the first time federal law enforcement visited Mar-a-Lago on this matter. A smaller team of agents visited in the spring while Trump was there, met with his lawyers, and reviewed some documents. Since the raid, neither the Justice Department nor the FBI has made any...
So why wouldn't they have got it back then if they were already there? Like, you would think that they would already know that he had possession of that. Surely, you know what I mean? Like, in May, that's only 3 months.
Like, all of this is super new to me. Like, I'm not really sure when they're saying that they already met with, like, lawyers. Like why would they be meeting with lawyers?
Right.
It's almost in a sense of meeting with lawyers in regards to maybe, like, negotiating, possibly, like, if you do have something, like, hand it over. If not, this what the ramifications could be.
Yeah.
That type of thing.
Okay.
Any comment. And the White House press secretary says President Biden knew nothing about it.
Ooh.
The president was not briefed, was not aware of it. No one at the White House was given a heads up. No.
Corinne, come on now, girl.
For 1 second.
Come on now, girl.
For 1 second.
Come on now, girl.
I do not believe that.
Come on now.
They did not know anything
about
it. Are you kidding?
Yeah, they already know. They already knew.
Come on. You are
the White House.
The White House.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's the top correspondent that speaks at pretty much a lot of his press conferences and briefings and things of that nature.
Secret Service agents dealing with Secret Service agents. Okay.
FBI. Right. Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Right.
So, wow. She just sat there and said that like that.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing.
We're talking about like federal dealing with federal here.
I mean, it's something that's going on with the former president. So, I mean, obviously, they're come on now.
Did not happen.
When asked recently if former presidents are shielded from prosecution, Attorney General Merrick Garland said this.
No person is above the law in this country. Nothing stops us. Even a former president. I don't know how to, maybe I'll say that again. No person is above the law in this country.
Republicans, meanwhile, are for the most part rallying around Trump and attacking the DOJ and FBI. Kevin McCarthy threatening the Attorney General that he will be under investigation if Republicans win control of the House in November.
You should never use the Justice Department on a political whim like this. And I think that's the real question that we're looking at.
And former Vice President Pence criticized the, quote, unprecedented search and demanded Attorney General Garland give a full accounting. While DOJ has a policy of not commenting on ongoing investigations, Trump was given a copy of the warrant used by the FBI, which would explain the reasons for the raid. The former acting Attorney General from the Obama administration called on him to release it.
If you believe this is such an abuse, let us see the warrant and let us decide for ourselves.
That's really interesting. Let's get right to John Karl again tonight, who reported on this.
It's interesting they brought up the Republicans and the DOJ, and then for the fact that the lady, Corinne just came up there and said they knew nothing about it. Obviously, they know something about it, and a lot of times when things like this come up, especially with with Trump wanting to run again in 2024. Biden's currently in office, like this automatically shakes up the politics just regarding the Republicans, Democrats, what's going to happen. How many people's going to back Trump? How many Republicans going to make sure they back him and kind of have his back and kind of still rally around him, give him support. Yeah. So it doesn't make it look like the Republicans are, the party is shaky in any kind of way. I just feel like when something like this kind of sparks up, it just creates that whole back and forth between Democrats, Republicans.
This is
the power struggle that continues
1,000% playing dirty. I mean, regardless of who had anything to do with anything, whoever called the shots to do it is I can't necessarily say that they should not have done it because if you already know better.
You think y'all think the shot might have came from the top?
You know better, but at the same time, I'm just man, it couldn't have been any worse time and
And a lot of times, timing has a lot to do with a lot of things.
Man, when I tell you, I have seen some outrage behind this though. Even because when it initially happened, I don't even think anybody really knew what was going on. Everybody just knew that they showed up, and nobody really had a detailed information on exactly what it was that they were there for, what was happening, what all was taking place, why, who, what, when, where, you know what I mean? Nobody had answers to anything, but I think all of this is kind of just coming out and starting to unfold, but even to say that, it's just man, the feds is one thing I'm not about to play with. I don't care. No. I don't care what position I held, okay? No. I could be Jesus. I am not about to play with the feds.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
That I won't do.
No.
Yeah.
As we were on the air in the West last night, John, two questions for you. Former President Trump out with a new statement tonight, calling this, as I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, a horrible thing. But I wanted to go back to your reporting there on the warrant. Does the former president have the warrant, the former President Trump, listing some of what they were looking for in that point that was just made there?
Yeah, we need to know that.
Could he release it as part of an explanation if he wanted to?
David, he does have it, and he absolutely could release it. There is nothing stopping him from doing so. The warrant would provide some details on what they were looking for. It's not as detailed as the affidavit. There's an affidavit that would have been presented to the judge that would establish probable cause that a search would yield evidence of a crime. Trump has not seen that, but he most definitely does have the affidavit.
Yeah, the affidavit would be much more detailed.
He most definitely does have the warrant.
The warrant, yes. We follow you there, John. In the meantime, growing pressure on the Department of Justice and the FBI, really from both sides of the aisle tonight, to release some sort of explanation for this unprecedented raid.
Yeah, this is coming not just from Republicans who are supportive of Trump. This is coming from people that have been quite critical of Trump, including Maryland Governor Larry Hogan, one of his most prominent Republican critics, is calling on the Biden administration to release all the documents justifying this raid. And he offered a warning, David. Listen to what Larry Hogan said. He said, if the federal government cannot ultimately provide overwhelming evidence that actions were absolutely necessary, then it will only undermine faith in democracy and the rule of law and further divide Americans. Woo! So that a warning coming from somebody who has been quite critical of Donald Trump.
All right, John Karl leading us off tonight. John, thank you for that.
I don't know. you know.
Yeah, I just want to know a little bit more in regards to it. I think that they should release the details of the warrant just to kind of get more information. Obviously, that's going to kind of tell you, detailed information in regards to what potentially he could be charged for.
I think it'll come out eventually.
And then the timing of this too. The timing is super, super crazy, especially how the politics and things of that nature as far as what's going on.
Yeah, if they're wrong, this is going to be really bad.
Absolutely.
Oh man, it is going to be bad.
That's why you have to make sure that before you do something like this, like you have to be positively, absolutely sure that something's going to come from it.
Come on, we're talking about a presidential candidate here. Like that's why I was like, you don't think for 1 second that they probably would have, dotted their I's, crossed their T's, like went back, checked, triple checked, double checked that what they were doing was what they needed to do. You know what I'm saying? Like.
And like I said, to get to that part, you gotta get the specifics of what the actual warrant is to know what's actually he's going to potentially be charged for, But again, like I said, it's just like in regards to like the timing and exactly where this would have like came from. Did this come from like the top, like as far as like Democrats, as far as like Biden and all of them, like kind of putting this together. And then like I said, in regards to like just the timing, Trump is like on his like campaign rally and moving around, shaking and baking, getting in front of people and kind of bolstering, what he has going on regarding his campaign for 2024. So I feel like it's real interesting in regards to how it just really is going to unfold in the time coming because it like what's going on right now, it's not going to like go away anytime soon. Like this is like a process right now.
This potentially could take him out of the whole presidential race altogether for 2020.
That's why that's why I'm feeling like the timing is just kind of it's just awkward. You know what I mean? So I really need somebody like to really like tap in with us, drop some comments, let us know a little bit more detail and how they really feel, how the timing because it. 2022 right now. Right,
but if I'm being completely honest, I know like we've been getting some emails about like some really deep things, some investigations, some things that have already been like going on with our former president, if you will, and I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how you're gonna get out of this completely.
Especially things like this, it takes time for it just to unfold. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying in regards to like timing. How right now it's only a few more years until.
It's like why not add the added stress on top of the stress of trying to be elected for the president,
or just having just heaping more negativity towards what you have going on and.
But do you think that
putting that negative spotlight on what you have going on?
Negative spotlight, but do you think it's to do that, to give you that deplorable cause of like not electing President Trump, or is it more just kind of like a something to distract people from not wanting to, you know what I mean? Like what is it? Like that's why I really want to get to the bottom of this, and I'm really, really curious to see how this is going to unfold. We definitely got to follow this story.
We do. Yeah, we definitely got to.
I would be curious to see how this is about to play out. Yeah. Because if they are wrong, this is going to blow up.
Absolutely, but see, I feel like that's always the initial point that they're gonna always make. Oh, if y'all did this out of spite, or if y'all did this, illegally, or with certain intentions.
But then think about if they're right. If they're right, this is.
Yeah, it'll look bad on who. It'll look bad on who's trying to lead the witch hunt, I guess you could say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So y'all tap in. Let us know what y'all think about this.
I feel like they should just drop the warrant and just kind of like give people a little more information. That's what we need.
Oh, I think they're gonna do it. Don't they have to put it out there? Doesn't have to become some.
It could get out in some kind of way, but it probably have to come from Trump's representation to actually like disclose that information, because it wouldn't come from anybody from the FBI that'll release that type of
yeah. So oof. All right, well, if y'all enjoyed this video, be sure you give us a big thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, smash the notification bell, join the family, and if ain't nobody else told you, I love you, and we're gonna see y'all in the next video, y'all.
Absolutely. Y'all take it easy.
What the heck just happened? Oh.
No, it's good.